besides being considered two of the most successful actors in Hollywood. Tom Hanks and Will Smith are two tycoons who have amassed a huge fortune. But the question is, which of the two stars leads a more luxurious life? In this video, you will see a close battle between Tom Hanks versus Will Smith. So, let's fight! Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notifications, check the option all. But you have to do that in less than 5 seconds. You got it? And if you can, write in the comments #AllAboutSubscribe. Alright, let's get started. Real estate. The two Hollywood stars have more than enough money to live in beautiful residences, but which of the two has had the most expensive mansion? Tom Hanks is an actor who doesn't like to skimp when it comes to investing in a nice place to live. He once owned, for example, a sophisticated property in the Pacific Palisades neighborhood, a prime region of Los Angeles, California. The residence, built in 1929, is surrounded by a lush garden. The actor later put the property up for sale in 2014 for $5,200,000. In the same neighborhood, Tom Hanks also once owned two mansions that were next door to each other. The first villa has a classic Spanish style, being built in 1933. On the exterior, the 3,930 square foot mansion is located on a half-acre plot, surrounded by trees that bring a nice breeze on a daily basis. And according to media reports, this revival of Spanish architecture has already been listed for $8,750,000. The second mansion is next door and was built in 1957, standing out for its traditional English architecture and encompassing 7,260 square feet of area. Outside, you can enjoy a peaceful atmosphere on the lush lawn with an enchanting view of the mountains. That property was once listed for sale for $9,250,000. Later, both of the actors' mansions were bought together by the same buyer for a reported $17,500,000. It is speculated that Tom Hanks also has a ski home in Ketchum, Idaho. The rustic-style house has farmhouse aspects and is located in a hilly area. Among the indoor areas is the stone-walled living room, which integrates a dining room by making use of a circular table, besides having a space to enjoy the breathtaking view of the Sun Valley Mountains. The property suite has soft colors, while the kitchen has stainless steel appliances and the bathroom is covered head to top in luxuries. Outside, there is a deck with personalized seating from where one can enjoy the enchanting views, as well as having a patio for casual dining. According to some sources, Tom Hanks' property in Idaho was built from scratch at a cost of $12 million. Another property that is speculated to have once belonged to Tom Hanks is a stunning mansion located in the village of Lattingtown on Long Island in New York State. Originally built in 1898, the residence has all the attributes of a true palace, with ebonywood floors and beautiful furniture from its time that match the traditional design. The mansion has at least 8 suites. There is also a classic dining room, ideal for formal meals, and a leisure room remodeled in dark colors. Outside, meanwhile, the mansion is set in a 5.5-acre wooded lot, including several areas for relaxation and leisure, such as an 800 square foot pool that includes sun loungers in order to enjoy the hot summer days. Another detail about this residence is that it was the outdoor location of the movie The Money Pit, in which Tom Hanks acts. And according to media reports, the mansion was put up for sale in 2014 for $12,500,000. Because he holds Greek citizenship, it is speculated that Tom Hanks also owns 2 houses in the country, one on the island of Antiparos, in a quiet area near Glyfa Beach, and another on the small island of Patmos. But Will Smith is not letting this dispute go cheap. The actor's most famous mansion is located in a mountainous area of Calabasas, a city in the state of California. The property has a total area of 150 acres, with sports courts where Will Smith can have fun with his kids, a pool that looks more like a lake, and a large house of 25,000 square feet. The residence was designed and built over 7 years to meet the artist's requests, and has a rather peculiar architecture, with reference to Persian and Moroccan constructions, composed of many curves and organic shapes. The kitchen, for example, has 19th century oak cabinets, the breakfast table has a beautiful view of the backyard, and there is also a recording studio for Smith. The master bedroom has tribal decor, a comfortable private terrace, a curved stone-tiled bathroom, and a jetted tub with a fireplace and a view outside. The whole house looks like a movie set, providing a great cultural immersion. And some sources claim that the property has already been listed and briefly taken off the market for an astonishing $42 million. For many people, paying such a fortune for what the property offers would be no mean feat. For others, living in this residence would be a dream. And because there are reports that Tom Hanks has a larger real estate portfolio, he wins this round. Score 1 for him. Cars. The great Hollywood actors Will Smith and Tom Hanks own many luxury cars. But which of the two has a more expensive garage? Will Smith is very fond of classic cars. Their favorite classic car is a 1965 Ford Mustang, one of America's most sought-after and iconic muscle cars worth about $40,000 today. The two simpler models that the actor owns are a Mercedes-Benz GL 450 that costs around $70,000 and an $80,000 Lincoln Navigator. Smith has also been spotted with a Cadillac Escalade ESV, a luxury family-size car with top-notch interior trim and a rugged exterior look. And to acquire one of these cars in its most complete version, you have to fork out about $100,000. He has already shared on his social networks his 1998 Bentley Continental T Coupe, a classic and sporty car that was very successful in the 90s on the streets of the United States, and one of these can cost around $110,000. It has also been reported that Will Smith has a BMW i8 Hybrid in his garage, a high-performance sports coupe with a very expressive design, valued at up to $170,000. In a video he recorded for his YouTube channel, Will Smith gave several fans a ride in a Porsche Taycan Turbo S. The imposing car is capable of accelerating from 0 to 100 in an incredible 2.8 seconds, reaching a top speed of 162 miles per hour. Made especially for those who love the freedom of driving, this vehicle can be purchased for approximately $250,000. Another car that the artist's wife has been spotted in is a Rolls-Royce Ghost, an exquisite V12 engine vehicle capable of taking 2.5 tons to 62 miles in 4.8 seconds. In its latest version, this model costs around $300,000. But without a doubt, one of the actor's most expensive cars is his Maybach 57S, a limousine-style car that provides passengers with a comfortable and refined ride at a price of $420,000. Tom Hanks, on the other hand, has owned several cars, such as a $9,000 UAZ 452, a $12,000 Fiat 126, a $18,000 Fiat 128, a $22,000 Fiat 500, a $26,000 Cadillac Bruin Fleetwood, a $30,000 Pontiac Parisienne, a $32,000 Toyota Prius, a $40,000 Toyota RAV4, a $50,000 Chevrolet Tahoe, a $55,000 Scion XB, a $70,000 F-250, a $85,000 Ford F-450 Super Duty, a $96,000 Range Rover Autobiography. However, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars mark, he decided to auction his beautiful Tesla Model S, a super technological car full of digital facilities, besides having great range, with it being capable of traveling up to 405 miles with a single battery charge. And maybe that's why this dream of many car lovers is valued at $100,000. Upping the ante further, he has also put his Toyota FJ40 Land Cruiser up for sale at the auction. It is an imposing car, completely customized by the actor and capable of tackling any kind of terrain. And no wonder the vehicle is estimated to have sold for approximately $120,000. Going even more expensive, Hanks also put his 1992 Airstream trailer up for sale. A car that, despite having a simple interior, the actor is sure to remembers it fondly for all their trips together, and this probably makes the price of the vehicle appreciate quite a lot. To get an idea of the figures, it is estimated that the vehicle will be auctioned for something around $200,000. The most luxurious car Tom Hanks was ever seen using, on the other hand, was an incredible Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, a car well known for the way it opens its doors. The vehicle is equipped with an excellent engine capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds, and it's no wonder that, depending on the year and model, its price can exceed $250,000. Since they both have a very diverse and valuable garage, let's consider this round tied. Point for both. Yachts. When the actors are on vacation, they seem to enjoy life on the high seas. Tom Hanks in turn owns his own yacht, nicknamed Margarita after his wife. The vessel appeared to be the Ferretti Yacht 780 model, a beautiful, aerodynamically designed yacht with sleek, sophisticated lines. The yacht is known to be about 78 feet long, more than enough space to house everything needed for Tom Hanks to spend several days on the high seas. Entering its interior, we can see its quite modern architecture, with all its finishings done with top-notch materials. And if the actor wants to host some guests, there are 4 cabins able to offer much comfort for all who go on board. Something that stands out in its interior are its large window openings, which allows one to enjoy the landscape in any room. Going up to the external area of the yacht, there are several sofas with armchairs, an ideal place for him to sunbathe and enjoy the sea breeze. And to give you an idea of the figures, you can find this same model yacht costing around $8 million. Will Smith, in turn, is quite adventurous and has already traveled with his family to Greece, enjoying a ride on the luxurious super yacht named Catherine. With more than 60 meters long, the boat has a complete infrastructure to comfortably accommodate 12 people in 6 cabins and even has a jacuzzi. To get an idea of the price, to rent this yacht for a week, you have to pay about $322,000. And this is not the first time Will Smith takes boat trips. On another occasion, he traveled to the region of Sicily in Italy, and for the fact that Tom Hanks bought his own yacht instead of renting it, he wins this round. Score 1 for him. Business. Besides making a lot of money as actors in Hollywood movies, they also have other sources of income. But which one of them has the most profitable businesses? Will Smith is also a great entrepreneur who sees opportunities to make money in different scenarios. He owns, for example, his own film studio and record label, Overbrook Entertainment, which has co-produced major films such as The Karate Kid, The Pursuit of Happiness, I Am Legend, among many others. And in 2019, the businessman and his wife Jada have created something even bigger, Westbrook Inc., which will bring together all of the Smith family's artistic productions on one platform. The actor is also a partner in the professional basketball team Philadelphia 76ers, better known as Sexers, which competes in the NBA. In addition, Will Smith is co-founder of Dreamers VC, a venture capital fund that aims to connect Japanese corporate investors with American startups, and already has dozens of companies in the fund's portfolio. Already in 2021, the pop star has promised to release his biographical book called Will, which promises to be a bestseller. In the fashion sector, the actor has his own clothing brand called Bel Air Athletics, which has pieces inspired by the pop style of his character in A Madman on the Move. The business has been so successful that the brand's first collection sold out quickly. A true success story. Another of Willard's ventures is the ecological water startup Just Water, which he co-founded and sells all over the world. He takes advantage of his popularity on social networks to promote the product and is always advertising the water to his more than 62 million followers on Instagram. Meanwhile, on YouTube, Will Smith produces content for more than 9 million subscribers, where he can also make money by referring products and brands. An example of this was his video recommending the seasonal rental app Airbnb, in which he shows the house of his character from the series A Madman on the Move that was available for rent on the app. But Tom Hanks is not left behind either. Besides making a lot of money from his excellent performances in Hollywood movies, Tom Hanks also has other sources of income. He stands out a lot as a voice actor, for example, with his main character being the famous Sheriff Woody from the animated film Toy Story, a production so successful that it called for the creation of Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, and Toy Story 4. As a filmmaker, he has helped produce several films in which he starred in, and even productions in which he didn't even appear, like My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, Where the Wild Things Are, Evan Almighty, among many others. Hanks also excels as a writer, with him having already released a few books during his career, something that should certainly generate him some income. And we can't forget that he has also worked as a screenwriter in some productions in which he himself starred in, such as Greyhound and Larry Crowne. Social media, in turn, can also be considered a source of income for Tom Hanks. This is because he has millions of followers on different platforms. On Instagram, for example, he has 9 million followers, on Facebook the number exceeds 12 million, and on Twitter he has reached the mark of 16 million followers. However, despite having so many followers, the actor seems to have no interest in making even more money from advertising, with him having already lent his image to few companies. One of the few commercials he's ever done was in the 2004 movie The Terminal, where Tom's character appears buying several snacks at the fast food chain Burger King and enjoying their famous burgers. We can say that, besides being an actor, Tom Hanks has several other sources of income, since he has more business than his opponent. Point to him. Net worth. In this last round, we will finally find out which of the two actors is the richer. The amount that Tom Hanks received for each film grew as the productions in which he participated began to be successful, and also according to the negotiation made for each performance. In 1984, with the film Splash, for example, it is estimated that he received a mere $70,000, but from then on, his fee only grew exponentially. According to some sources, it is estimated that he received about $1,750,000 for Big, $18 million for The Da Vinci Code, $40 million for Saving Private Ryan, $50 million for Angels and Demons, and up to $70 million for Forrest Gump. This was because the production of the film had exhausted its budget, and Hanks accepted to work without a guaranteed fixed salary, instead for a percentage of the profits. And since the film was a huge commercial success, he was able to cash in that gigantic figure. And all this huge paycheck he gets for every performance is just a reflection of how commercially successful his films are. To have an idea, summing up the films in which Tom Hanks has participated, the amount collected at the box office of them all together exceeds the small sum of $10 billion, a gigantic amount that puts him among the 10 biggest actors in the world at the box office. And while no one knows exactly the true size of Tom Hanks' wealth, some sources estimate that currently, at the peak of his 66 years of age, he has already amassed a net worth of over $400 million. But Will Smith has also made a lot of money. Regarding his musical career, between 1988 and 1990, it is estimated that he earned around $10 million. However, after his money got out of control, the artist found himself in debt to the U.S. Internal Revenue Service. But Smith soon turned things around, showing that he was born to be a star and make many people enjoy his works, and today, it can be said that he is a figure who has earned a large fortune. To get an idea of the figures, with the success of streaming platforms like Netflix, Willard has already made a good amount of money, like his performance in the movie Bright, receiving $20 million, and recently $35 million with Part 2. The actor is also always on the list of the highest paid stars in the world. In the year 2020, for example, he was in Forbes magazine with an income of $44.6 million for the year. Already with the movie Man in Black 3, released in 2012, it grossed over $612 million, with the actor alone making $100 million of that, making him one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. The Walt Disney feature film Aladdin, in which Will Smith plays the genie in the lamp, is among the top 40 box office record films in the world, and with this, he must have received a large salary. To get an idea of Will Smith's relevance, in 2016 alone, his films grossed over $7.5 billion at the global box office. Although some sources point out that Will Smith has a net worth of $350 million, some believe that his fortune is much larger, taking into account all his sources of income, including his million-dollar ventures. And because Tom Hanks has a slightly larger fortune, he wins this round. Point to him. At the end of this battle, we had 2 points for Will Smith against 4 points for Tom Hanks, and he was the champion. But if you believe that there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, Dios to satisfy your curiosity.